they always have that thing on Amazon, which this is true. They always have listed less than 10 remain. And they'll put that even if there's 600 in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Just so like, it's hot. You gotta pick it up. This album's hot, son. Buy it.
So is this going to be like a pre-show that we could put out? Like,
yeah, I'll make it like 148.5 or something.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So basically, we just started. We've been waiting for Amber to show up for the beginning of this episode.
She was late by like a half hour.
Well, that's what happens when you get your head stuck in a wreath.
That's
That's just
unbelievable.
As she's walking down the street, that has to play, right?
I think that's playing in her head at all times. Just an Andy Griffith theme song.
Sorry, Andy Griffith.
On and on and on and on.
Please, if I ever need
or fucking Banana Phone.
If I ever...
It's slow motion.
If we ever do a live short, where a live action short, where I have to... put out what Amber is thinking. Please remind me of that so I can make that exactly what she's thinking. Just the Andy Griffith thing.
We can probably hide that in her short.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, so we've been talking for a while now.
Yeah.
I figured we might as well just warm it up, you know?
I thought I would stop freaking coughing by now. Jesus.
This is one thing I actually thought about for our Game Boy Roulette.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, not doing so well on views.
Well, what do you expect? Our channel never gets views.
I would have expected anything. I mean, I shared that thing a bunch of times across a bunch of different places.
How often I share my podcast? This podcast right here.
Yeah.
Still doesn't get enough.
God. It bothers me, though. I think I'm going to upload them on my channel, too.
Do whatever you feel
I
is
want
necessary.
them to get seen, damn it, because they're fun.
Yeah.
They are fun.
Anyway, my point was... something I would like to start doing at the beginning of the Game Boy Roulette videos is rather than hitting record and going, alright, let's get started. I think we should hit record and then just talk for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
And then just work our way into it.
See what happens.
Yeah, first off, it's like a warm-up. Mm-hmm. Sort of like what this is right now. I think we could do something like this more often.
Well, we initially did that a long time ago before we decided that was too much work.
Well, fuck no. Fuck, that's not an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sometimes it is.
Usually what would happen was we would get everybody together, hit record, and then just find a place to start.
Yeah.
And then just throw in the beginning part, whatever seemed necessary.
And honestly, that's a good way to do it.
And I honestly didn't think about that until just now, because that was during the West regime.
The West regime.
Yeah.
And we have eras on this podcast.
We do.
Now.
We have 2 eras.
I love it.
And 1 Erica.
And 1 Erica. Yeah.
Well, it's like Cuba.
Go on with that.
I love this analogy already. Your podcast is like Cuba.
Well, we had, before Castro took over, we had to send and help the insurgents over there. So we sent little boats of supplies over and stuff. And now you're there, and you're saying, we're going to go to communism. And we're not so hype about that over here in the States. But we're going to let you be and not trade with you for a while, and hopefully you'll just, like Castro before, you'll just kind of get old and die of cancer.
Here's another thought that I just had.
Yeah.
Based off the Rooster Teeth model. They started doing sponsor-only post shows.
Right.
Where it's
Drunken Peasants do that too.
It's like 30 minutes after the podcast is over.
No, I should listen to these.
You should. I haven't listened to it yet because they're sponsor-only, so I haven't jumped on that.
Well, I tried to give you a sponsorship last year, but...
Here's a little thing that's interesting. I can listen to the podcast while it's still sponsor-only because it's still available to download as an MP4 or an MP3. And I always just listen to it as an MP3. So even the day before it comes out for non-sponsors, I can still listen to it. So I gotta wonder if I can do that for these sponsor-only ones as well. My point is, one thing that we were just talking about... we had already started when we started talking about this. How our YouTube channel doesn't get a ton of views.
Right.
What if we did a post-show, only put it on the YouTube channel, but made sure that we mentioned... on every podcast, we do a post show. It's on our YouTube channel because that would get the Spreaker people, which are
which is weird.
I know, right?
Why do people use Spreaker?
I don't know.
It's so terrible.
It's awful, but it might get the Spreaker
This is like the third
people.
time I've heard about Spreaker. So that's
Spreaker's where we host our show.
Yeah, it's where we post our.
That's why we're still on iTunes.
Yes,
because they have an RSS feed that you pay for.
But what if we got the Spreaker people? Over to our YouTube channel to listen to us more, and then they will see other things and start watching other things.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Let's do that for this. This show that we're doing right now.
This is going to be after now?
We'll have it after.
We'll have it after.
We'll have it afterward, and I'll exclusively upload it to YouTube.
Okay, and make sure that we mention, when we get to doing the actual podcast, that we mention 2 or 3 times. Exclusive. It's out right now.
We're gonna go drunk and follow the. It's the same.
And buy our shirts.
Kind of format used drunken peasant style.
Yeah.
We need to get really high or really drunk for the post, for the sponsor.
You can do one of those 2 things.
You can do one of those 2 things.
I can.
I'll just sit here and mock you both.
I don't. Yeah. Drugs are for suckers, kids. Drug-free America.
It's funny because suckers are for kids.
Yeah.
They're lollipops. They're
It's all a
lollipops.
circle. It's all a circle. It's funny how that goes.
You know, maybe we should take this moment to get all of our topics out, because today's the
Sure.
greatest hits episode, so I know we aren't talking about shit.
Well-
Well, that's the end of the post show, everybody. Because it sounds like Amber's here. It's 6 minutes long. No, we're gonna post this shit. Fuck it.
We're gonna
We're gonna
post
post this.
It's
It's
basically
more of an announcement video.
It's more of an announcement and experiment.
Yeah, let's see what happens. We'll see.
She better just come in
How things go.
because she should know by now that the dogs freak out.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I hate those dogs. I just hate dogs, I think, is what I've determined.
What's wrong with you?
They're
How can you hate-
dopey. They're dopey, and I don't like them. They're so fucking needy. Especially those dogs.
Well, yeah, my dogs are loud and obnoxious and they don't know.
Yeah.
Actual well-trained dogs that don't suck like mine are much more
They're
easy
all right.
to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll say I
Hate
needy dogs.
Okay.
Come over to my folks' house now.
Come on, knock on
the
folks'
one-
door.
The one little that was super affectionate, she passed away about a year ago. So her counterpart now, he's really slowed and settled down.
Okay.
We can eat. We had a birthday party over there for my sister. We ate all of our food and everything at the table while he calmly sat underneath the table.
Yeah.
He knows his fucking plate because he knows we'll get
That's
food.
pretty cool, yeah.
He's smart and intelligent, and he's my favorite dog I ever owned, and I want to steal him and raise him in my house because I love this dog. We're partner. We're like this. I'm telling you.
I made friends with
Just
Garage
like that.
Cat when I was out getting my soda.
Oh yeah, the panther.
Yeah. No, the orange one.
Oh, that's not Garage Cat. Garage Cat is the panther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thinking of getting a cat,
there's a
too.
panther.
What is that, like a puma?
It's close. It's more well refined. You would know this one because it's gray and it goes.
Ah, yes.
No, hold on. You can call Erica over.
Yeah.
there.
That's the Erica signal. She's probably going to show up any minute now.
I need to call on the Erica phone. Sure, Amber, just use my bathroom like a heathen.
Like a heathen.
Like a heathen.
Like a rock.
Like a
a
virgin.
G6.
Like a virgin.
How many Lycos can we have here? I got G6. Rolls, it's your turn.
I don't know. Amber's not been like a virgin for a while.
Oh! Nailed
Support
it.
the patriarchy.
Oh my god.
Amber, you
There's
don't have a
Amber.
wreath around your head.
I don't know. Here's your things.
Yes.
It's weed.
It's drugs.
It does look like drugs, doesn't it?
It does. It actually does.
You know, they're avocado fries.
Yep.
That's weed. Don't try to lie to me.
You don't get any.
Welcome, Amber.
My
Hi.
weed.
We've sort of started without you.
Oh,
Sort of.
They're a little bit cold. I put them in the fridge. But
toffee crumbly.
yes.
Why would you freeze weed? I'm confused.
Oh, Michael, look! I'm free.
So what we've decided to do, Amber, is that we're going to, at least for now, and see what happens. What we're thinking about doing is a YouTube channel exclusive post show. After we do the actual podcast, we'll do another 15 minutes or something like that. It's YouTube only, so people who want more, who aren't on our YouTube channel, will go to the YouTube channel and check out the stuff, and subsequently see other things. So, I don't know, seems like a cool idea.
Cool.
Yeah! So the wreath thing, you gotta tell us about the wreath thing.
Okay, so there was a wreath on the door, and I let the dog out, and he, as soon as you give him water, he just drinks it all. And then he waits 3 hours to tell you he has to go outside, and he has to go.
Uh-huh.
So he has probably a half gallon of water inside him, and I let him out, and he's just going and going and going. So I my head back against the door, hit the wreath, it gets stuck in my hair, I fling forward, it comes with me, and just Jesus halos me, but it's
crown of thorns.
It's literally made of part of it is made of metal. So it's clinging to my skull, and I'm pulling one hair out at a time. I'm like, these guys are gonna think I'm making this shit up.
I don't think you could tell us anything that happens to you, and we would think you made it up.
Romans were whipping her the whole time. It was a really weird Christmas play.
And 3 days later, she showed up for the podcast.
Also, Amber, you suck for giving me this sick.
You got the sick.
I'm just getting over it.
I'm sorry.
I had to go
Yeah,
to the
that's a
doctor.
shame. It sucks.
I had to go to the doctor.
I'm putting my face in my shirt.
Oh, there you go.
That has holes in it right where you're breathing,
I was
by the
gonna
way.
say that doesn't do anything. It's cotton. It's a breathable shirt.
It's slipping anyway, so it
Plus,
doesn't
it also
matter.
has 2 holes directly where your nostrils were.
Let me
Right.
just- let
All
me
I'm
just tell
smelling
you.
is me. I don't like it.
All I'm smelling is meat, and I don't like it. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Technically true, I guess.
I woke up on Friday morning when we were going to go out to get burritos and go to the park. I felt like I had a sore throat, and I'm like, it's fine.
No, is that the start? You gotta
Let me
do
tell
shit.
you about that day for me.
Yeah?
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, this is important, too, actually.
I slept over at my friend's house, but I came home early because she just needed a ride to work, and I was like, I'll just sleep over because what else am I going to do tonight? So I went over to her house. We did whatever sleepover things do, and then I came home at 8:39.
Well, it's like Schrodinger's cat. Stuff goes in, stuff comes out. You don't know what's going on in the middle.
So I get home, and my mom is laying on the couch. I'm like, hey,
I
Mom.
almost tripped over her.
Yeah,
I was taking the trash out.
I was just like, hey, Mom. She's like, I'm really hungover. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. What else do I say there? So I was like, here, have some water. And then I went upstairs and I laid down because I was still tired. And as soon as I laid down, I had to hold on to my bed because I felt like it was tipping over and I was just going to fall out.
Ooh, that's not good.
And I was like... So I got up because I thought I was going to throw up, went downstairs and just went to the bathroom and I was fine. And I came back upstairs and had to lay down at the top of the stairs, which is when he saw me and was like...
I was like, you okay there, Chief?
Okay. Probably the same words, too. And, I'm like, yeah. And then finally I got up and just, sat on his bed and talked. And then I heard
It's
my
like
mom...
the Griffin story.
Yeah.
I heard my mom throwing up, and I was like, you okay? No.
And as I've mentioned before, maybe not on the podcast, but I'm going to do it now. Amber's mom has no sense of volume control.
Right.
So she always speaks at, a regular voice volume. Even if she's at the bottom of the stairs and sick, she goes, Amber, get me a bucket. What? Get me a bucket. You're going to have to speak louder. We can't hear you.
Get you a Budweiser?
Get me a bucket. Every time!
But, she will talk to me while she's walking around the house, and, I'll be in my room with music playing next to me.
Yeah.
And she's in the kitchen, Amber! Amber! And then gets mad that I don't hear her. But anyway, so she's throwing up. And I'm talking to him, and all of a sudden I'm like, Casey, you need to help me get up. I can't do it. And then I started throwing up.
Nice.
And immediately felt better.
Ah, well, that's good at least.
And then I was fine. That was it.
Okay.
I think I get sympathy sick, so when other people throw up, I'm like, I should probably
I have I think I have that a little bit. Usually when anybody starts talking about a cold or a fever or something like that they have, immediately eyes watering, face numbing, Chloe says
I think I'm
Well,
getting
you're gonna
warm
love
now.
this.
Yeah?
Because over the course of the morning, that sore throat got worse.
You deal with that stuff right away. When it starts going on, you go, we gotta stop this shit
I
now.
do the exact opposite. I just ignore it.
Yeah?
Yeah, because usually that works. But not in this case.
No?
I got home, and I was like, oh, God. I think I have a fever. I'm gonna make some tea. Maybe that'll make me feel better. I got tea. I sat down in my bed, and then I was like, "Oh, that didn't help." And it just got steadily worse.
Oh shit!
As
I
time
made
went on.
cocaine.
It wasn't tea at all. It was about 6 o'clock. I had 2 blankets over me, and I was like, "I'm just gonna go to sleep."
Yeah.
I was shivering every 5 minutes, and I'm like, "I can't go to sleep." So I got back up, and I was like, "Bob, I need help. Give me
You were
some...
at the top of the stairs. Nah.
Give me drugs so I can knock myself out."
Go ahead.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then I woke up the next morning, fever was gone. Mysteriously. Everything else was still there.
So it's like an 8-hour thing.
Yeah. It was like
It's like Fever Express. It comes in and it just goes.
It was like flu for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's been a week of sadness.
It's like you won flu for a day in the mail.
Yeah. It's like the worst Price is Right.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them the flu.
The first 2 years.
It's a flu car.
Beginning the first year that I was at Shippensburg
Uh-huh.
University, and the year before, both of those times, I had a very bad sinus infections over that December year. Now, fortunately, anyone that I've had since then, I treated, like you said, right away.
Yeah.
And it's been fine. But I would literally lay in bed, like, it wouldn't go away because you need medicine for it. So I painfully went in, rode in the car, stayed outside, and shivered as Mom went in and got the stuff. We came out, and I got some, like, pain pills, too, like, just until it's actually treated and effective in 4 days. So I took those, too, and I said to myself, I see how people get addicted on these pain pills. Because you take them, and you're like, I feel fine! And like, running down the street.
I'm so excited!
Doing like 5 backflips down the street.
Fucking that show. Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so
We talked about very special episodes. That was one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
real quick before we start greatest bits
Yeah.
of the actual show.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just
that
about to
is
say,
that
let's wrap
too.
this up
That's
and
that
get
too.
rolling.
I've
here.
never been on one of these.
Well,
now
now
I'm
you're
excited
going.
Oh,
for
you're
now.
gonna love it. You're
I'm
gonna
so
love it.
excited for now.
I'm so
Well, hopefully those of you who came over from the actual show from Spreaker will be able to listen to that again. I don't know.
Yeah, well, listen. I like the idea of doing these post shows over pre-shows. Let's make this the last time that we record the post-show, pre-show.
Well, this one just happened by itself.
I
No
understand
big deal
that.
if we
I'm
fumble
just
the ball
saying.
on this
I'm
one.
just
It's
saying.
fine.
It'll probably function a little better if we actually post
Just
show them.
make sure next time we sync the Bismarck, Ron.
What?
When you talking about Ron and Jeremy doing porn and
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one
I
woman,
watched it just the other day.
the
as a
one
matter of
woman
fact.
saying,
She was like,
"Sync the Bismarck, Ronnie." I just thought, what? Every time I think that, I laugh. Every single time.
I was able to watch it the other day on a porn site. Actually, so we'll see it sometime.
That's just something
It's
you
called-
say in the 70s.
It's
Sync
called
the
fat. It's called
Bismarck.
Fatliners too, and it's about women of obese.
Yeah.
Women of obese.
And she's like, it's a setup. She has a dream where,
Town.
and on the other cloud in heaven was the guy who will fuck anything. And in the postscript, I say, as long as the check is deposited, Ron Jeremy.
Oh, all right. So let's get this show rolling.
All right.
So thank you guys very much for checking out our post show. Let's do this again sometime, guys. Let's
Very nice.
let's have another conversation some other time.
Well, let's meet back again.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's do it.